I had couple section, and it was just very funny. The guy says something that I can't even know how to. You know, we hear things every day. That even that you think you're a therapist, you hear another one. You come back and you're like, I know this one exists too. So what does the guy say? The guy said, if I have to go to work, you have to in the afternoon. You must send me your nude pictures. This is the wife. I need your nude pictures sent to me while I'm working. So the lady was like, this is madness. This is madness. And she said, no, if you don't do it, you can go for divorce.
Wow.
He said, yes.
Grant for divorce?
I'm telling you. So they brought the case to me. I have to pray. I have to pray for some time.
So sis, I've heard a couple of people say, I want my partner clingy, especially women. I want my man clingy. I want my man all over me. He should not breathe. He should not be able to do without me. You know, I mean, it can sound cute and all of that. Some people call it love. Some people call it obsession. Some people call it loyalty. Some people call it trauma. Some people call it protection. But the question is, can this person still breathe even while being attached? And also, is the attachment style that the person is portraying, especially like the close attachment style that the person portrays, does it come from a deep-rooted issue? That's the conversation I want us to have today. Because I think that, you know, there is usually a problem in between where people are like, oh, you're too attached to me. And the other person is saying, I want you closer. So now, two of them are coming from two different worlds. I don't know if you're a therapist and you know you've heard things like that.
Okay, well, it's more like it's over everywhere when it comes to relationship, especially the women. So I think that's mostly the ladies actually, because some guys will always feel like me, I'm very busy. You know, I've had that particular time that money actually fuels romance, right? So money fuels romance. So if you're always clingy around them, most times they don't like it. Why there's some guys also that love it. So when you talk about attachment styles, we're talking about some persons who exhibit what we call anxiousness in a relationship. Just like you said, some actually go, could we actually call it, some people call it insecurity, some people call it obsession. It depends on the time they actually get used to call it. But when we talk about this clingy lifestyle, it depends because someone can actually be clingy, but until you understand your personality, that's even when you can be able to work on it. So imagine two couples. I think that reminds me, we have to bring this into marriage counseling.
Yes,
we have to bring this
like people understanding their attachment styles, right?
When people come together, we need to talk about attachment styles. Okay, we talk about mostly about when we want to talk about say vision compatibility, other compatibility. Can we actually talk about attachment style compatibility?
That's deep. I love that.
Yes.
You know what? Before we get right deeper into it, since you're always coming with these hot takes, before we get right deeper into it, I want to introduce our guest to you guys. Okay, so she's my friend, she's my colleague. Her name is Joy Eneoji. She is a mental health and addiction therapist. And she's the right person to be here because she's an addiction therapist. So guys, please welcome her. Yay!
Yeah.
Sis, I want to ask you the hard question. Do you like your partner clingy?
The truth, just you say hard. And you know, on this platform, we have to say the truth, actually.
Okay.
Actually, I don't like it.
Really? Oh my God. I feel attacked.
Like, not full, but sometimes I just have the feeling, but not always. Because, okay, just like we've been talking about, men are not allowing women to become who they want to become. And this has been a problem. And they said it's a gender issue. And people are like coming out with issues like, I want to be this, but my guy is not allowing me. This is actually this is part of it.
So meaning that when it comes to attachment styles, now I want us to like go deeper.
Okay.
Meaning that attachment styles can come from a lot of places.
Yeah.
So people are coming from fear. For some people, it's control.
Yeah.
So for some people, it's because they've been abandoned in the past. And then they don't want to lose their partner. So they are always they're always hyper vigilant. Like, please be around me. If he's not picking his call, that means he's gone. Or if she's not picking my call, that means, from trauma, past trauma, which is what the whole show is about.
Or even from the upbringing of the child.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you just, I want you to start from the point we're coming from, dissecting it from that point.
Okay.
How do you see it, from a point of, it could be control, especially for women.
Yeah.
Is it really attachment? Is it really attached to you? Does he really want you around him often? Or he's just afraid of what you might become?
Okay, because at this stage, we can actually examine it from different angles. Because if you look at someone, we're talking about attachment style. And attachment style theory is talking about people, what they do, their lifestyle around their partners, digging into the past. So if you meet a guy that is very clingy, but that's the part of the guy's part. When a woman is clingy, some people will be like, she's too emotional. Some people actually will not tag it this way. But if he's a guy, they say it's an obsession. And some persons begin to like, he's very insecure. So if you have to come from that line and a guy is that part, okay, this attachment style of this part is that I must cling to this, my wife or my lady. So most cases, it's not really that he doesn't want you to do anything, but he just wants you around him. Yes, okay, you are worried that you cannot allow me to start up something out there. He can't actually allow you because he just wants you to be available all the time. So sometimes you can put it down there, but if you look deep into it, you still go back, it boils down to the experience that someone has as a child. Because a child from childhood, you made that child to understand that it doesn't even need anyone. Yes, I have them around me. They don't. Some parents did it that way. So you must have to take care of yourself by yourself. So you don't need any caregiver. You don't need anyone to step in for you. So this child grew to know that I am comfortable by the way I am. So by the time it gets to a time to love another, you now come in and you be like, honey, can we stay together? Honey, you just even look at you and say, you are wasting my time. Because they feel they don't need you. They deserve love, but before you can be able to understand them as a woman, you have to understand the styles.
Where they are coming from.
Because if you talk about issues in marriages happening around the world, it can be boiled down into attachment styles as well.
Of course.
Look at it deeply. If somebody is anxious, that person is following like every second. You have to be there. You didn't call me. Like you called an hour ago, you need to call again.
You need to give them accountability.
And imagine if it is a lady or if it's the guy. Let's continue from that conversation. If it's a guy, the guy wants the lady all the time, cling around her.
Where are you?
And if I'm coming back home, you should be at home. And now you come and tell the man that you have a vision you want to pursue. The guy will be seeing it like, what are you pursuing? Like, please sit down, because when I come back, you should have made food. I have to be seeing you. So the other way around, people say he's a wicked man, that he's a beast. But if you look at it, it boils down from the child's training.
That might just be the attachment style he learned.
Growing up. So he grew up to become this. If he's someone that has bad character, as we said. So imagine the bad character together with the trauma. The trauma. And all of them mixed together.
Collabo.
So it now becomes a bad collab, So the lady begins to go through a lot. And I think it's very important that people tend to understand not even another person's or your own. Your own. Because self-awareness is the solution to so many things.
Exactly.
So if I know myself as a person, so when I'm about to go into a relationship, I should also understand what the other person is coming with. So if I am clingy and the other person doesn't like it, can we check the compatibility in this? Because every day you be complaining as a woman that this person is not giving you attention. That it is okay. So and another worst part of this people is that they hardly say I love you. So if you fall in love with them as a lady and you love your man cling around, just like you said, I want my man cling all over me, and you just met someone who is that style of avoidance.
Yes.
So you meet this kind of person, you'll be expecting I love you once a week, and you needed it like 7 times a day. So in this case, you are having traumatic issue.
Yes.
In fact, inside the marriage, you are traumatic because there's an expectation not met. You need it.
It does not tell that the other partner is a bad person.
No. But the problem is that who actually knows this discussion? That's why it's an important
awareness.
program. It's an awareness. And this also could lead a lady into also called infidelity in the marriage. So as soon as this lady sees someone who clings around her, she moves and divides the feeling.
And the person might not even be genuine.
Mostly, they are not genuine. The one they shift the attention to.
Yes.
You understand? So if we can actually talk about this even in counseling, marriage counseling, relationship counseling, is very important topic. Okay, we're talking about vision compatibility. No, can we actually watch attachment styles? Because if you are clingy, you have to be careful.
Yes.
Okay, we are talking about this. Okay, is it trauma? Yes, it could be trauma related because the experiences a child had. Okay, a child who actually didn't have any care or who was neglected as a child grows up to believe that what can you give me?
Yes.
So it begins to affect the behavior of this person even right in the relationship.
Okay, so there are 4 types of attachment styles, right? And you already know this just for our listeners. So there is a secure attachment style. You are very secured in yourself.
Yeah.
You are protected. So when your partner is out, you have the confidence that they're doing the right thing. You are just comfortable. And then there is the anxious attachment style, the one that is always feeling, oh my God, what is he doing? What is she doing now? Why has she not called me? She said she was going to be there at this time, and now she has not called me. That's the anxious attachment style. Anxious, always wanting to know. And then there is the avoidance, the one that, leave me alone now. Hey, must we go together? Must we cuddle? Must we, And then there is the disorganized, the one that is all over the place. Today, sis, you know that one. Today you are secured, like, I don't care, even if it does not call. Tomorrow you are like, oh my God, he has not responded. The next day you're like, please, leave me alone. I want to be alone. Disorganized attachment styles. These are the 4 types of attachment styles. Sis, what I want to ask is, because I know that for a lot of people, the problems where people are having a lot of issues. I know you must have detected where you belong by now. Is it anxious? Is it secured? Is it avoidant or disorganized? But I think that people suffer avoidant and anxious a lot. So the question is, I know a lot of people will feel choked by their partner given that kind of attachment style. I have been in a relationship where I believe now that my partner was anxiously attached.
Okay.
And I also want us to dive into this because apart from people learning some of those things from childhood, I think that some people also learn it from relationships. So you're in a relationship with somebody who is anxiously attached. Somehow you learn it and you carry it to the next relationship. And maybe you were someone who is secured and all that, and then you learn that trauma. So coming back to this partner was someone who was anxiously attached, wanted me around him all the time, to the point where he did not want me to build something outside of him. So he wanted us to build something together so that we're doing business together. We know we have this company together. So my vision did not really matter because he wanted us together all the time. And he meant really good. And all the time he's telling me, do you think I would wish you bad? Do you, So and me, I'm looking at it that you are very wicked. You are really wicked. You don't want me to become a person of my own. And he is looking at it that I want us to be a powerhouse couple and all of that. And so these things are, happening every day in people's lives. The question is, when people feel this way, are they right? Is it okay for someone to feel that, no, I'm being choked, I don't want to be choked? Or is it just, you are feeling that you're choked from a place of trauma? What is your ideal attachment style? What should it look like? And should it really be protective?
Well, just like you said, that some persons are actually secure. They don't have that issue. So you are okay by your partner doing anything they wants to do. And I think that's where everybody should be.
Okay.
Because I was studying temperament and I realized that you don't come up and say, I have this personality issue. If you know you have bad temperament, it's expected. That's why we have the therapist. That's why they have the people to help you. So what do? That you have to go belong where you're supposed to belong. So that's why we're asking, is it trauma or bad character? So if you notice that this is becoming bad character, seek help. Because it's important.
Perfect.
Because other persons will not cope with it.
Yes.
Yes, we are not trying to promote threats to make others to feel less.
Yes.
So if you talk about someone who doesn't want you to, like, you want to choke me, you know, the place of someone becoming who they want to become is important in every relationship.
Yes.
Because when you are growing as a teen, who do you want to become? I want to be a medical doctor. I want to be this. And you now finally get a partner who says you cannot be that.
Yes.
So you are trying to change this person overnight. So if you have, especially just like you said, the two thread is a problem. That avoidance. Because at this place, somebody's the one that clings all the time.
Yes.
And this person can actually also, some of them have a particular character issue whereby because they want you around, they can lie.
Okay.
The manipulation comes in.
Yes, exactly.
They manipulate a whole lot for you to stay around them, and they can do anything, go to any length
You are very
to
right.
do it, thereby doing it wrongly.
Yes.
Now, considering the one you just like you said, like I left a relationship like that too,
Okay.
more like that. Yes, I ran away.
I ran away.
I ran away. I didn't wait because this guy is comfortable, as in he feels he has the money. Okay, you have everything, and he's good. But the problem is, my darling, you have to be by my side, just like you said. You can actually come and manage my company. And managing the company is not that he loves you that much, but he just wants to be seeing you every day.
Yes.
And I have a different vision. And I said, please, I can't do this. So I have their understanding. I ran away, and I'm thanking God 24 hours. That's the biggest thing. I thank God every day. Because if I marry that kind, as I'm seated here, I won't be here.
Yes.
Because when you stand up, you have to explain everything.
Every move.
But this one, when you tell him, I have a program, he will remind you how you have to impact the light before coming back. And when you sleep on the bed every day, full day, he comes asking you, I hope all is well. So when the therapist need a therapist, you know, there's a time. The caregivers, who takes care of the caregivers? So at this point, when you are overwhelmed with issues of other people's issues, this person walks in to tell you, you don't need to break down. No. A whole life is depending on you. So sometimes I will look back and say, Father, thank you for the deliverance, actually. So but the problem we have now is that competition everywhere. So even when the lady sees this character trait, they will not pay attention. Theirs is that I just have to marry because the wedding is the major issue. Them, they just want to do the wedding. Let the friends know they've settled down. So what happens after the wedding? They don't care about the marriage. It's just the wedding.
Sis, talking about that, I know someone is watching and the person is probably thinking, I have an anxious attachment style. I want my man to call me all the time. We need to differentiate between healthy communication, accountability, and, you know, anxious attachment style. Because now some men might be watching and he's saying, I called her in the morning. She still wanted me to call her in the night. Yes, you have to call her in the night. You have to call her even before night. You need to let her know
because there is a bond.
Because there is a bond.
We expect that there should be a bond. So you must have to call. So don't tell me. That's why, you know where I said, if you notice the threat is not good, there is a need to balance. That's why I mentioned it. You must balance it. Because if you tell me that you have to be with a lady and you can't tell the lady I love you, not because that's my style.
So to you, no, I'm secure. She already knows I love her. No need to
my
say
darling.
It. No need to
so it's an issue. So there's a place of balance. That's why we have to think about being secured. In the sense that you have to be the type who does them. Yes, you know when to call and you still have to call. And there's some of them that had that bad character attached to that style.
Yes.
Is the father, even when you want to confront them, oh babe, you didn't do this. He will just tell you that, if I don't call you, call me now. Are you not a human being? So you make it more worse. So the thing about the program that you are listening to is not just about judgment. It's a safe place.
Yes.
But the place that we have to speak the truth. So when you notice that there is something that is not balanced, long for balance, because sometimes you cannot do it by yourself. That's why you have the therapist, the Matthew, who you can actually say, how do I create the balance? And if you're listening to us and you're about to settle down, I think you are very lucky.
Yes.
Because at this stage, you can actually take your time to do a lot of things.
Exactly.
Imagine if couples want to settle down and we can book them for such a therapy session.
Yes, to take those tests.
Couple section.
Explore those tests.
Okay, you just explore it. This one, have you done this?
Exploring those tests, right? It can, in fact, you can discover a lot of things.
A lot of things.
It can really be deep. So you now hear one person saying, no, I like, in fact, I have seen this particular situation where two people are dating, and one person says, you have to call me in the morning. And the guy is saying, no, if I text you in the morning is enough. And the lady is saying, no, I want to hear your voice in the morning. Yeah. And the guy is saying, must you hear my voice in the morning? So now the question becomes, okay, who does the calling? And the lady is like, it's not a matter of who does the calling. Anybody can do the calling, but I need to hear your voice. But the guy is looking at it like a strange thing, like, I don't understand. But if I text you, it's still the same thing. During the day, I can call you. Yeah. So the question is, what is healthy? Where should we come to in the middle? You know,
it's just like when we said when she's excessive, it calls for an attention.
Yes.
And so where you can normalize things, you know, are you coming out in the morning? You can, for people in a distant relationship, you know, the person is not close to you. People are not living in the same house in the morning. Even when you're living in the same house in the morning, there's some things you need to say to your partner. So by the time you do that and you notice that you're at the office, you concentrate. Because another problem with the clingy people is that when they love clinging around you, they even detect whether you should be productive. Yes, that's another negative aspect of it. So you're telling them, I'm actually in a meeting now. So what are you talking about? Me and the meeting, who is more important? We ladies ask that question about making life unbearable for guys at sometimes. So the meeting and I, who is more important? Your wife and the meeting. So because this person is actually feeling insecure around you, so there's this part of suspecting every behavior, suspecting every action taken. So if we talk about normalizing or you checking, there is a need to know that there are certain things that must happen if two people have to come together. There must be something. If you say you love someone, you go and pick this person from her father's house to bring. You didn't bring the person to torture. You bring the person to show the person the love they actually didn't even get from the father's house with the one you have for them. So you mix them together. But now the lady is well loved from the father's house. You brought her in, telling her not the type that call the time. You still have to call. Yes. When we call, we say that something is calling for, we need to sort something out. Is by the time when you are calling, is distorting the person's daily activities. If you like, you call 5 times. But if your call is now affecting this person, distracting every time, there will be a time that the partner also will be weeping the way you are doing it.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Just like you said, now I had couple section and it was just very funny. The guy says something that I can't even know how to, you know, we hear things every day that even that you think you're a therapist, you hear another one. You come back and you're like, I know this one exists too. So what does the guy say? The guy said, if I have to go to work, you have to, in the afternoon, you must send me your nude pictures. This is the wife. I need your nude pictures sent to me while I'm working. So the lady was like, this is madness. This is madness. And she said, no, if you don't do it, you can go for divorce.
Wow.
He said, yes.
Ground for divorce?
I'm telling you. So they brought the case to me. I have to pray. I have to pray for some time. Because I don't know how to come into that case. Because you left your wife from the house. The same house. And you still demand nude picture in the afternoon. And I don't know what be happening in that afternoon. So the question is that the lady said, I can't. Because one day you might mistakenly send out the nude picture or someone will pick it and use it against me. So he's not seeing it that way. So finally I now came to make the guy understand that there is something there's a problem.
There is yes.
Okay, what have you been doing in the past? We begin to dig into it.
Yes.
And at the time he said, oh, so I'm actually wrong. I said, yes, sir. Sir, you are wrong, please.
Love that. Love that.
It's okay. So how am I going to be coping? I said, where you want to cope, call her. How you doing, babe? I hope you are fine.
Just wanted to hear
Hearing
a voice.
the voice is enough.
Yes.
And I made him to understand that, you know, one day, a guy who you are owing, if he get your phone and pick your wife's nude picture,
now you go so far.
now you will, the guy said, oh, from today, I don't need anything nude picture. I was there, he was deleting the ones
lovely.
he had. So he became fearful, like somebody may use this. And I tell myself, thank God we deliver the lady.
Yes,
because
yes.
the problem is nude picture.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
this could be
Love it.
someone who is not just clingy, but this person also could be a sex addict. So I married you and I don't want to cheat on you, but you have to pay for it.
Yes.
So women are paying for it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so it's a whole
Wow, love that. That means the question is, can you love yourself? Can you love your partner without losing yourself? It's not about being attached. It's about being consumed.
Yeah.
The goal is emotional freedom for the both parties. My goodness, I really love this episode. So now to the grand question. Sis, is it trauma? Or is it bad character?
At this stage, this is my answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, bad character. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna speak from experience. My own answer and review. It is trauma. It is trauma. Go and look at your deep-rooted issues and have those conversations with your partner. Guys, we've come to the end of this episode. This has been such a lovely episode. Sis, thank you so much. We're going to be dragging you. We should be dragging her here, man. We're going to be dragging her here. Well, thank you so much for watching Trauma and Bad Character podcast, the podcast that dares to ask the uncomfortable questions. I am your host for today, Dima Amadi. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you in the next episode.